10-4 on the hot mics.
This week's Grown Man Record Night opening chuckle is brought to you in part by Dixieland Farm. We put the F in farm. Dixieland Farm, Mocksville, North Carolina. Hey Jay,
Yes, sir.
I wrote a ham radio joke.
Okay, let's hear it.
What does it feel like when your ham radio falls on your toe?
I don't know. What does it feel like?
It megahertz. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night.
Hey everybody.
Lead on in there, Jay. Get it on in there.
I got cut out of the shot.
That's the best I can do, man.
That's the best you can freaking do.
I blind stabbed that bitch
You
on
work
in.
for a goddamn TV station.
Well,
you like do this for a fucking living, and that's the best you can do? Are you kidding me?
the key is I do as little as possible for
Sorry,
a
children.
living.
I didn't mean to use those words.
Ha-
Spencer, I didn't mean to.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. We hope everybody's having a good one, man, and getting the damn shit on, baby. Woo, woo, yeah.
I'm getting all Irish tonight with my Bush Light.
Woo, you know, I got the old Guinness going. I tried to do a Cascade, but my shit was way worse of a Cascade than the Chris can do for Dr. Deadwax for you VC motherfuckers.
What's a Cascade?
But look at Jay. That's when you pour the Guinness and then it falls.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Jay wearing his damn Masters jacket.
Yeah, that's a few weeks away, but it's the only real green thing I wore. Somebody sent me a Snapchat this morning. Are you?
But you were a former golf pro, Jay.
Yeah.
Talk about your time as a golf pro.
Well, what do you want?
In 15 seconds, tell me about your time as a golf pro.
I worked a lot of hours in the summertime when the days are long.
Did you do lessons?
A few. I'm not certified by the PGA of America.
Okay.
I started, but that's a.
But you were considered a
Yeah. I was a club pro. I was
club pro.
assistant club pro.
assistant club pro.
Worked at a couple different clubs around town.
Okay.
But working in the country club clubs, you get to play a lot of golf. So.
You got all the free golf. You free golf?
Oh yeah, you get to play a lot.
Yeah, like a legit spot for real.
The place I work.
Yeah, was
Cardinal.
yeah.
Not the airport.
That's a legit course.
Mm-hmm. And you get reciprocals with other country clubs too.
And it's funny you wore this jacket because I watched the Curb Your Enthusiasm last night where Larry David does it ends with him and Gary Player and they switch out the master jackets.
Yeah.
So that's funny. You busted that out and I damn laughed.
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I got this jacket probably like 10 years ago from Goodwill. I wasn't record shopping at the time, of course, but I just like kind of popped in a Goodwill and like who doesn't want a freaking Masters jacket? And this thing's like to the T. I've kind of it's a little small on me now, but like, and so those of you that don't know, my dad, is a retired pastor.
Sure, yeah.
Come from a very religious family, and I'll go to church, some on Sundays.
Sure.
But I always had a tradition for the last 10 years. When I'm going on Masters Sunday, I always wear this jacket.
Yeah.
And not a goddamn person in the church of 500 people ever says anything to me about it.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever says, "Hey, Masters today."
Oh, Masters today. No.
Nobody ever says anything to me. So the moral of the story is don't be lame and go to church.
Of course. No, see, now you're throwing off the. No, that's not bad. I'll tell you something.
I love this jacket.
Talking about wearing green. Not only am I wearing a little green here and blah blah blah. If you notice on my collar here, my lapel, I got this Shamrock pin.
In honor of Jerry Lewis.
No, I have.
He died. He died today.
Jay, I have literally worn this every St. Patrick's Day since kindergarten. Every year I wore this.
Cool tradition.
I wore this pin to.
Does your mom know?
My mom gave it to me. Yeah.
Does she know you do it?
Yeah. And she would give it to me to wear to school so I didn't get pinched and whatnot. And then the only times I've been reserved about it when I've worked in news, I don't wear it during the day but I'll wear it here on the program tonight because I'm not as, I don't know why, but I'm not as, slide to the side so you can see. I'm not as worried about knocking it off. I'm afraid when I'm out and doing news shit, I'll form it off of there and then I'll never see it again.
Do you ever contemplate like
suicide? I mean, daily.
No, do you ever think about like St. Patrick's Day where you get like, why the hell should I wear green? Maybe somebody will actually try to pinch me today.
It's true.
You know?
Depends on who that litters boobs on the TV.
Oh,
we got Creep Show 2 going on in the Atari alcove over here on VHS, and
that wasn't on late night TV, was it?
It was HBO. I think this woman's going to have an orgasm that we're watching now, so we'll see about that.
Look at the nips on that one, you know?
Yeah, we'll keep you apprised on it. What else was some shit I wanted to talk about for St. Patrick's Day? I don't know, I made that new graphic. I showed the graphic. I'll tell you something interesting that happened to me this week, and you know, I'm getting ready to put out that first thrift store video.
It's really good, by the way.
This week was kind of hard for me to finish that up because I had a lot of shit going on, so I'm gonna try to finish it up this week. I had to work last Saturday, which kind of messed me up.
I'm trying to chug this beer, sorry.
Chug it, Jake. Get you a Guinness in there now.
No, I'm good.
I got you a Guinness for you.
So I'm trying to drink beer so I can get a DUI on the way home tonight.
There are checkpoints. There's checkpoints all over.
Absolutely.
So look here now. Earlier in the week, I was watching a video on YouTube. You know, you folks know I collect classic and retro video game kind of stuff. So I was watching a YouTube video about video games and the retro shit. And this guy was talking about how he had tried out OfferUp, the website OfferUp. It's kind of similar to Craigslist, but it's an app you can use.
Is that the commercial with the guy like hanging from the rock trying to sell his thing?
I don't know.
Somebody on cable TV.
I don't have cable. Somebody asked me about that, and I don't know. But anyhow, so I'm like, I downloaded the app, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's more visual than Craigslist. I'm zipping through an app. I go to like local shit, and I put in video games, and I like Zaba. I'm zipping through. And it's a lot of bullshit, normal stuff, not bad stuff, but you know, Xbox One controller and you know, maybe a Nintendo 64 and a bunch of games, but they want like $150 or you know, it's crazy shit. And as I'm zipping through, I noticed there's an Atari 7800 on here. Now,
I wasn't sophisticated. My family didn't have the kind of money.
It's not expensive. It's not money. That's
growing
not money.
up, you know.
So for a long time, I've wanted an Atari 7800. It's a system that's intrigued me. And this guy had $45 on this, and it came with pole position 2, all the hookups and jazz. So I was like really interested in this, so I went on, and the way OfferUp works, it's got a button that says make an offer. Worst. So I clicked on make an offer, and I put in $35. I figured this guy's not going to email me back. I got the hiccups. But the guy hit me back like real quick.
Yeah.
Can you meet today?
Yeah.
And so I was like, $35 is cool.
Is this gonna get kinky?
This is a long, drawn-out story that I'm just going to cut to the chase right here. But if you want to see the full story, it's going to be the second thrift store adventures video I'm going to put out because I've already done the first one, but pretty much. And I ended up getting, for you friends that watch the World Man Record Night show, I'll kind of cut to the chase for you guys. I did end up picking up an Atari 7800. I'm pretty stoked about that, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that this weekend.
Comparable to like graphic.
Well,
you said an NES time-wise, is it?
I'll give you the quick overview of this shit. It was actually, they had it in '84, but this is after the video game market crashed. So Atari's like, and Atari had been bought out by Warner, so they're like, fuck all that. We're gonna shelf it, forget it. And video games are a thing of the past, blah, blah, blah. Okay, skip to 2 years later, the Atari comes out, it's blowing the doors out of everything. All of a sudden, like Atari's like, oh shit, we got this shit on the shelf over here that we've not even released yet. And it was, it could have been at times comparable to the NES, except the sound. The sound, they use the same sound chip as they do the 2600.
Like MIDI, like a synthesizer.
4-bit 2600 sound, where Atari 8-bit sound is known as being incredible. But a lot of the games are cool. There's some games that are not released. Either way, I don't want to spend too much time on it because I know this is a record program. But anyhow, I picked up a 7800 this week, and I'm really stoked to play it.
I almost bought a Les Paul this week.
Yeah? What's that all about?
I just didn't pull the trigger. have a hard time spending that much money on a
Yeah,
guitar.
I'm like that, dude. I'm like that.
But I've always wanted one. That's like my childhood dream. You know, the people out in video land probably won't really get much out of this story like you would. But you know, our close friend Andy Johnson.
Yeah, Handy Andy, the Boy Scout.
You know, his dad owned the store.
Yep,
And
music store.
Well, you know, as a kid, before we all knew each other, my dad's church had an account there, you know.
Oh, that's right.
And so we used to go in there, and my dad would be in the back talking to Al about business or whatever, and me and the sales guy at the counter.
Christ.
Yeah, well, that too. And me and the sales guy would sit there, and like, I'd be like, can I see that Les Paul up there? Like, can you like actually like let me touch it?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, cool. And he'd go over and crank up at him. He'd play a little, and I was just like mesmerized.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like you and the Twin Reverb, you know. Like I've always wanted a Les Paul.
Yeah.
I might say my Twin Reverb if you're actually interested.
I don't know.
We can talk
We'll see.
trade records over it, you know.
Records for a Twin Reverb? Yeah, okay. Okay. I ain't got no butcher cover over here.
I'm in the market for a
Oh,
Marshall.
you have a butcher cover.
We talked about I'm in the market for a Marshall now.
Oh, wow. You're glutton for punishment?
No, I just want a little more breakup.
Marshall's garbage.
No, they're not. Anyway,
I'm not a Marshall
This isn't a
guy.
guitar show, though. This
It's
is
not.
music.
It's a record program.
It's a record program. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So, what are we going to talk about?
What is today? The 17th
Of St. Patrick's October. We were going to mention
What do we talk about out there coming?
K&W has a drive-through?
Yes, K&W has a drive-through
Uh-huh.
in the town you work, or just a little town outside of the city. you work in.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. All right.
Yeah, it's been like a month since I've eaten there, but it's K&W Express, I believe.
A K&W Express.
It's K&W National, where these people don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't like K&W except for the breakfast. They got a good breakfast.
Are they national?
I think so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
people would know what we're talking
What's the K and the W stand for?
Canes and Walkers, I've always heard.
Really?
Because the blue hairs like to eat there early in the afternoon.
And they talk about the old name? That used to be the old name?
No, that's
Oh.
a made-up thing. My sister told me.
I don't.
Yeah, they got, but you know, it's a cafeteria style, and you go in there and get your
Yeah.
food in the line, and you sit down. And usually they're pretty big seating areas, but this is like a McDonald's size seating area,
Crab Shack Donald's.
and they also have a drive-through, and they got
Yeah.
a to-go, like you get stuff to go to if you want to get to go. And it's just, and they got about a third of the menu too. It's like a lot smaller.
That's crazy, Jay. I appreciate you hipping us to that.
If you're a fan of that, you know.
I'm not. I'm not.
If you like that kind, if that kind of thing tickles your fancy, then go do that. You know.
I mean, I don't know.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts right next door to it.
I do like Dunkin' Donuts now.
I don't, because their service is shitty.
Oh, let me tell you, they kill Krispy Kreme though. I know it's North Carolina. You're not supposed to say Krispy Kreme sucks, but they suck. Hey,
They're good.
I hate Krispy Kreme. Folks, we hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this past week we lost our man Jimmy Cotton, man.
Well, I heard.
And I played a little of this earlier. We'll talk about this and what we played, but one of the foremost blues harmonica players in the 20th century, man. He was 81. Grew up on a Mississippi cotton plantation. Started playing harp at 9. Mentored by Sonny Boy Williamson II. Toured with Howlin' Wolf. Had sessions with Sun Records. 12 years on the road with Muddy Waters. And was featured on Waters Records at Newport in 1960. We hate to hear that. And,
How old was he? I mean,
81.
Okay.
81. I just said
he'd be
that.
older than
You
that,
missed it.
yeah.
No. So he passed away. I think it was some kind of cancer. So I figured I'd do a little tribute.
81's a good life.
That's pretty decent, man. You want to do a little Jimmy Cotton tribute?
I can't, but you can. Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yay! So hey man, Jimmy Cotton, we hate to hear you pass, brother. But thanks for all the good music you left behind. We played a little record album of his earlier, and we appreciate the shit out of you.
I have became Big fan of the blues in the lab. The older I get, the more I like the. I think I've made that statement before on the show, but the older I get, the more I like the blues.
Yeah, damn straight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got more to be bluesy about. Now, there's this other story I wanted to bring up, some shit that's in the news this week. A terrific album. One of my top, I don't know, it's in the top 20, 25 albums probably.
All time or this year?
Yeah. Velvet Underground and Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Turned 50. It was been last Saturday, I think it was. Would have been 50 years old. And what a killer album that is. And so there's this cat. Let me see. I'm gonna look his name up here. But this cat here.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
This guy here has 800 copies of the Velvet Underground and Nico record. That's roughly 1% of all copies manufactured for the U.S. He's got a first mono pressing, still in shrink wrap, promo copies. He's got the yellow label and much rarer white label editions, close cut 72 edition with alternate printings of the banana sticker without the border. He's got New Zealand editions that don't even have the damn banana on it. He's got a cover that features a shirtless Warhol acolyte Eric Emerson on it. He's got this one that's got a sticker posted over Emerson's photo. All kinds of shit. Let's see, what else? The rarest version of just 2 copies are known to exist. April 66 acetate, containing alternate takes and mixes that were purchased on a New York sidewalk sale for 75 cents. Says he doesn't have one of those. Oh, well, why'd they list it in the fucking article then?
That's pretty crazy.
But there's also one that's got a mysterious copy with multiple ice pick sized holes in the cover. But each copy has a birthplace and a journey, is what this shit says. I got this from
800 copies.
800 copies.
I have a hard time finding one.
I don't have any.
No, I don't have one either. That's what I'm saying. I have a hard time finding it. Well, they ain't going. Like, that's when everybody buys it.
And this lends me to my question kind of the evening. You know, sometimes we have a little question. We want you guys to kind of participate. Leave us a comment either on the live chat or on the YouTube comments. And I see this in some of my groups I belong to on Facebook and whatever. People be like, oh, you know, Sabbath worship. Cool. And you know, love some Black Sabbath. And they'll post like volume 4. And they'll have like 7, 8 copies of volume 4, maybe variants of pressings and covers and blah, blah, blah. Do you buy multiple copies of the same album?
Well, I told you last year about the bet my cousin made me, right?
Which one?
On my dad's side. My cousin, Jason Burcham.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Whoa. Anyway, he made me a bet that I couldn't find 100 copies of John Mellencamp's which is a readily dollar record you see.
I don't see it.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. See, that's the thing. There's some dollar records that I think each individual person sees all the time.
No, Hippo's got, I bet you right now you walk into Hippo, I bet he's got 10 copies in his dollar section. He bet me I couldn't find 100 copies though before, I don't know, it was a specific like holiday or whatever. Or the end of the year or something like that. And this was like middle of November, so I had like 6 weeks to do it.
But let me throw something out to you.
So I've got, what, I didn't win the bet and I've got like 18 copies of it.
Do you really?
Yes.
18?
Yes.
That's funny.
More like thereabouts.
But for something else, bets aside, let's just say a great record, ZZ Top, Tres Hombres, something, you know. You run into this in the wild, it's $1, maybe it's $2, $3, $4.
And you already have one.
You already got one. That's a good copy.
I've got that.
You keep buying it?
No, but I do that though. Like for
Sabbath?
$1, $2, like I've got Led Zeppelin 2. I've got 3 copies of. I bought the brand new one because I didn't have I didn't have one.
Okay.
So one they reissued last year.
Yeah.
I bought that, and then I saw a Robert Ludwig for $1.
Okay. Cool.
It was in shit shape. But
Yeah.
a fucking $1. I mean, and I saw one at Goodwill.
Do you hold on to all
for
these?
75 cents. It was in decent shape.
Do you give them away? Do you?
Well, the
just hold on?
Ludwig I'm holding on to because it's.
There's a few things that I'll buy doubles of, and my intention is to give them away to somebody.
No, yeah, that's especially now. I need to start clearing out this shit.
But yeah, I'm not really a guy that's wired to where like even the coolest of record that I own, I'm gonna also own like 4, 5, 6 copies of the same damn record.
Yeah.
I just don't do that.
I have a hard time if it's something really good, like, and it's $1. I have a hard time not buying it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, I would, my total goal would be to give it to somebody else, because I don't want it to get tossed in a dumpster by accident or what. Because sometimes these records, man, if they're sitting in Goodwill and they don't sell or whatever, eventually they'll get tossed in dumpsters.
How many
and
Out
shit.
Here records have you bought from Goodwill and saved them?
No, those are ones I don't save. But I don't know. There's some I would buy just to know. It's, I don't know.
You don't know, do you?
But I'm not that guy. I'm definitely not that guy that buys.
I'm really not. I was bet one time that.
And they who control the credit of the nation direct the policy of governments.
I don't know.
And hold in the
Okay.
hollow of their hands.
Well,
Good question to pose, though.
well, I don't know, because some people are wired differently on that, man. And I see a lot of guys that are just like, look at all these copies of this Zeppelin record I got, and like brag about it. Not brag, but are proud of it.
Both ways you do it. I mean, if you're just traditional, buy stuff you don't have or buy multiple, it's a never-ending process anyways.
For true.
Because you're probably never going to buy every, like, pressing of that record. Probably never going to. There's going to be one or two you're never going to find.
Unless there's one album you're really obsessed with and you just really want to have everything there is. A lot of people, I see a lot of people do that with Sleep. With like Dope Smoker, they'll have like multiple copies and variants and shit of that one album because it's such an iconic. Maybe there's a jumping off point for an album that's so iconic that you got to have the multiple variants and different copies. For me, I want a good one, I want a clean one, and if I've had a shitty one in the past, I will use the better one to just weed that one out, and I'll give that one away or let it go to the wayside, whatever.
Yeah. But a lot of times too, I'll buy, on the other side of the coin, I'll buy something I don't have.
Like dildos, like a lot of dildos.
Anal beads.
Yeah, anal bees. Huh?
Beads?
Yeah, bees. When did you just lose it?
Yeah.
Okay, but cooking on what we played.
On the other side of the coin, you go into a store and there's a record you don't have and you see for $1 that you get, and then you see a better copy later, so you got multiple copies.
Oh yeah, I love doing the upgrade now for sure. But we're gonna talk about what we played.
Anal beads.
Anal bees.
Anal bees. That's a great band name. Great heavy metal.
Anal bees.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. It's cool. Hey, you're rocking the green jacket. I decided to rock tonight my green St. Patty's Day Cubs hat.
Did you get that at the game?
No, I didn't. This was actually Steve Fever's dad's hat, and he gave it to me right after his dad passed away. So this is the Feve's Pops hat that he gave to me, and it's even got the little shamrock on the side there, so it's a legit like St. Patty's Day Cubs hat.
I read
Probably a giveaway.
I read an article today about, I didn't know that all the MLB teams celebrated down there in Florida. They all wear green hats on the thing.
I wish I had Jameson, folks, but I got some tequila that I had in there, and I figured, hell, I mentioned Steve's dad, and he passed away, so we'll take us a little pull to Steve's pop, man. Can't go wrong with that. Steve was going to be here tonight, but he wasn't sure. He was shooting a video for a band that's local in this area.
Doing a live DVD for a live DVD release?
Something that somebody's paying him to go shoot some stuff, and he was like, I may not be able to get there. I don't know, but I've not heard from him, so he's probably working it.
4 tops, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Whitney, take your little one, Jay. Yeah. Come on, Jay.
Whitney Houston comes alive.
You're on TV now. You got to take one. Just a little bitty one, Jay.
No, I don't drink like that.
Just let it kiss your lips, Jay. Oh, it tastes like babies. Don't you want to know what babies taste like?
I had a son.
You taste your baby?
I got a son. He was a baby one time.
Yeah, he was. Let's talk about what we played. I got a couple of records here that were left on the turntable from last Saturday night.
Yeah, I was getting here. I missed it.
Now, the reason they were on the table from last Saturday night, we had cameraman stop by coming through town, and he brought his new girlfriend up to visit me and the girlfriend, and we hung out Saturday night.
I had the orgy.
we had some wrestling on the living room with the sound turned down, and then the music playing in here. And this girl knew a little bit of wrestling, Jay.
Did she?
More than cameraman. It was a little.
Cameraman don't watch it.
No, he doesn't. But she pulled out a couple of things. I'm like, yeah, you're on the right path here. So one of the things, probably the last record I played last week, Boards of Canada, Music Has the Rights of Children. Probably
if anybody wants to come to a WrestleMania party, are you going to give them the address?
A WrestleMania party? We're going to do a good one. We're going to have.
You're taking off on Monday.
I think I'm going to take that. No, I may call in, but thanks for bringing that up.
You know what I mean. People ain't watching the show.
This is a top.
Ain't like Steve's going to tell them you're in.
This is a top 5 record ever of mine, probably. Look at that. I mean, it really is.
It reeks of greatness.
It reeks of greatness. And hell, not too far behind it, Tools Lateralis, the terrific picture disc that is shitty quality. Everybody's like, oh, this is a pretty decent picture disc.
I didn't know how to pronounce that until recently, actually.
It's so pretty. The graphics and all the stuff that's printed on the record are great. But people said that it's not like the old picture disc. It sounds pretty good.
It's not like the Sticks Pieces at 8 picture disc.
Dude, it's poppy. It's not quiet at all. For something I paid like $35 for, it's noisy and it's a waste of time. But it is beautiful. There's no other option for this record.
Was that a gift from the girlfriend?
No. It's not like there's, you buy the regular one or you buy the picture disc. This picture disc is the only option. And so I'm glad to have it, and it's very beautiful. But any other record that you would have spent some money on, it's really, really freaking noisy, man. This was a Dig of the Week thing from last show, I believe. A little bargain bucket pickup. George Benson I didn't have, if you can believe that shit. Bad Benson. This is the second, I think, Benson album. Pretty smoking. Right off the top, they do a version of Take 5. That's pretty interesting. I will say that. And good. It's really good. The way I said that would lead you to believe it's kind of shitty. It's interesting. That's like saying, I met this new girl. Is she pretty? Well, she's nice. She's real nice.
It's a diversion.
Yeah, that's saying she's fat and stupid looking. But no. It's a good George Benson. And it's one I didn't have. And
he's hit or miss. I mean,
I'll tell you what, speaking of George Benson, our man Curtis that watches the program, our man Curtis from Portland sent us the records from up there.
Yes.
He posted a video to my page this week, George Benson doing this solo. And it's one of the most banging, badass solos I have ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, he's a hell of a player.
It was downright filthy. It made, when I got done hearing the solo, I wanted to just go in and take a shower. And take some shower gel.
You didn't go see him here, did you?
No, he did play the Coltrane Jazz Festival, but it was the night I didn't go.
3 or 4 miles up the road. Right?
Yeah, 3 or 4 miles up the road, and it was very expensive though.
Was it?
Yeah, those tickets are $60 for one day or something.
It's a whole lawn seat too.
And Jay busted this shit on, and I said, I hate the name Thin Lizzy. Jay says it's in an Irish band. I didn't know that.
They're very Irish.
Very Irish. So we put on Thin Lizzy.
Got Phil Lynott.
And every song they play sounds like The Boys Are Back in Town.
To you it does.
Which to me reminds me of the montage in Navy SEALs. You like Navy SEALs, Jay?
Never seen
Charlie
it.
Sheen.
Never seen it.
Bill Pullman or Paxton?
The one that just died.
Is it Pullman?
I don't know.
Is it Paxton?
Paxton died.
It's the one that just died.
Okay, Paxton died.
That's Paxton.
He was in Twister, right?
He was in Navy SEALs.
Was that Pullman?
No, Pullman was in Lost Highway. Is this going to become a normal theme? Bill Pullman or Paxton?
Everything has that Pullman or Paxton.
I don't know.
We've been saying it for years. But, this is Thin Lizzy. Was an Irish band.
Somebody said turn up Jay's mic. You got to talk louder, Jay.
Phil, who said that?
Yell at me. Just yell at it.
Phil Lynott has a statue in downtown Dublin, I think.
Okay.
Himself. He's a very well-known figure of Irish folklore.
Okay.
I just wanted to use that term tonight.
Irish folklore.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that once.
Sure.
Had to get that out there.
Yeah, this was our little tribute to.
Is this where we started?
No, Jimmy Cotton, man. We talked about Jimmy Cotton before. He lost his battle with life earlier this week. And I played, this is the Best of the Chicago Blues album I picked up. I played side one of this, which has 2 Jimmy Cotton tracks right off the bat. Love Me or Leave Me, and Next Time You See Me, which actually rhymes.
If you ever remember one thing in your life, remember that death is undefeated.
Death is undefeated?
Yeah.
Jimmy Cotton, baby. Love it. Hate that we lost him, but look at all this great music he leaves behind. We should all be so goddamn lucky. Irish band, gotta bust it out because it's St. Paddy's Day, and we played a little, and Irish bands are limited, not only Thin Lizzy. Well, U2, Rattle and Hum. Played side one because Jay was like, this is the beef right here. Helter Skelter, Van Diemen's Land, Desire, Hawk Moon, 269.
Yeah, I think they did a great job covering Helter Skelter.
I did too, man.
And Van Diemen's Land.
Which is that's a tall order. You know what I mean? You're gonna cover
sure.
a Beatles song?
Sure. And Desire, I think I mentioned like 2 weeks ago about how this movie has a monumental place in my life. But yeah, like I always liked the beginning of Desire because in the movie they're in that warehouse recording.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's very well
that's
done.
where they get that reverb, like that heavy reverb sound, and
I mean,
and you could have played any of the 4 sides really, and so it's a really cool record. I think it's a real one of their. I mean, U2 probably doesn't have anything that's underrated in the mainstream, but that's
your mic up
one
close
of
to
the
your head.
But that's one of the ones that you don't hear any radio play. Well, I guess you do hear some radio play from a couple of songs, like Angel of Harlem and Desire. But
I mean, I think, and that's a good example is when you hear U2 play live, is that whether or not you're a U2 fan or you agree with their politics, you think Bono's a loudmouth and a douchebag and whatever.
Douchebag, but whatever.
Boy, did they put together some great songs, and you can hear that on these live recordings like that, and under the blood red sky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like that record a lot too.
You can tell a lot of bands hide behind studio and blah blah blah. U2 has always put it out there, man. They've got some very punk rock roots to them that just, I mean, it shines through in their music, no matter how poppy or overplayed they get on classic rock radio.
Yeah.
What a great band, regardless of that.
You know, one of the things I would never go see U2. I don't care to see them. You know, they're one of those bands like, yeah, take them or leave them.
Sure.
But they do. I think they're one of those bands that would give you your money's worth when you pay to see them.
Absolutely.
So I do respect them for that.
And still to be good. I mean, I listen to this shit nowadays.
Yeah, to this day. I mean, they're still go out and play for. I don't know if they play for.
And Bono is. He's spot on the money, like as a vocalist. I mean,
he's good.
You can't deny what he does, even if you think U2 as a whole sucks. I mean, dude, it's hard to be that on point as a vocalist for this long. He really is.
No, they're very good together at what they do. I mean, so I respect them.
Yeah. Okay, so we busted a little set this evening.
We did a big set, actually.
A big set.
A big set of something.
In the past, for St. Patrick's Day on the program, especially in the early years, I mean, hell, we've done 200 of these episodes. Probably done, I don't know, 4 or 5 St. Patrick's Days at least. We've concentrated on Irish bands and Irish ties and things that kind of link to Ireland and blah, blah, blah. Tonight, I was like, let's do something different. Let's do a set about their drinking songs. We're going to do all drinking songs set. And Jay brought some stuff, and I had some stuff here. And we come up with some great stuff. And the one record...
A lot of stuff.
Jesus Christ, man. The one record I wanted to play and end on, and it's my go-to, like, Irish St. Patrick's Day. I posted it on Facebook today from the Grown Man Record Night page. And also from my personal page is Mike Cross, which is recorded here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Live and Kicking.
Is he from North Carolina?
I think so, maybe, or Tennessee or something. It's Whiskey for Breakfast. And if you want to see the video, you want to hear the track, go to the YouTube page. Go to the Facebook page and hear it. Could not find that record in my shit.
Maybe you gave it away.
Driving me crazy because I can't find this record, and that's the one thing I want to hear. I'm gonna keep looking after the show's over, and I'm all drunk, and I'll probably pull records all day. I'm gonna find it, man. I'm gonna find it, and make a big pile of stuff.
That'll go well.
I did find a couple other Mike Cross records, and decided to play this one.
Put them in with your Christopher Cross.
It's possible. So I played Liquor to start us off with our deal, our little playlist is Liquor in the Well off the Bounty Hunter, Mike Cross, 78 on Moonlight Records. So we'll zip through these. We won't spend too much time. So all these are like good drinking songs, man. Spill the wine, take that girl.
Shit, I didn't know anything. I didn't know this was
Eric Burden.
Eric Burden and War.
Declares War, the very first War album, and the more folklore-y Grown Man Record Night version of this story is the fact that I bought that. I was very stoked to have it. I love Eric Burden. He's like my soulmate. And then all of a sudden the record was gone. I'm like, hey, where's this record? Da, da, da. I looked through all my shit, just like this Mike Cross shit. I looked through all the shit, could not find it. Like 2 years later, Steve Fever shows up here and is like, oh, you know, and a bunch of stuff I had your Eric Burden Declares War record.
I think he was like had something going with you there.
And he probably already had the record anyway. But anyhow, terrific record, terrific song. Punk, punk, punk.
You did a little scratching on some of these.
Punk, punk, punk.
Early Beasties, huh?
Little Brass Monkey,
Hey,
man.
this is for Ken Wheat tonight. This is for Ken Wheat.
You know what, man? This shit got me hype in elementary school.
Oh yeah?
I mean, Brass Monkey.
My parents wouldn't let me listen to that.
No?
No.
That's a best of that Bossman hooked us up with here. That's got the Brass Monkey on it. Of course, it's on
Rock Bass
Deal.
DJ Ease Rock I can never listen to when I was younger.
The middle school dance song.
Yeah. It takes two. It takes two.
It takes two, but I can think of it.
Joy and pain, whatever.
When I hear that song, I think of Jill Williams' sweaty middle school breast underneath a basketball sports bra.
Oh,
I mean, literally, guys, this is that recent Merle Haggard I picked up, Back to the Barrooms. Now let me just list some of these songs on here. Misery and Gin, Back to the Barroom Again, Makeup and Faded Blue Jeans, Ever-Changing Woman, Easy Come, Easy Go, I Don't Want to Sober Up Tonight, which is one we played. Can't Break the Habit, Our Paths May Never Cross, I don't know what song, I Think I'll Stay Here and Have a Drink. There's like 8 drinking songs on here. I literally played the fastest thing on here, this I Don't Want to Sober Up Tonight. They're all slower songs. A little disappointed with this one though when I originally bought it, because I thought they're all going to be just like good old honky-tonkin' songs, and some of them are really slow. I mean, you know, Merle's still the man. I mean, he ain't going to do no damn wrong, but some of those are just stuff I ain't going to listen to on the regular.
Right.
Jay, I played this record. Tell me about the... Now...
What do you want to say? I don't know what you want to say, Mike.
Here's what happened. I looked on this, and I'm not familiar with this record. I like Van Halen.
You know why you're not familiar with this record?
Who's on it?
Because you're not good.
No. Now, I put it on the wrong track because it looked like, you know sometimes you have like a little thing on a record and then like a little break. And I think it was like a break in the song rather than a track marker.
No, the first tracks 1 and 2 faded into each other and there wasn't a...
So I put it on the wrong song. So the song we should have been playing was never even played.
Yeah,
There's a drinking
played,
song.
Could This Be Magic?
Yeah. I don't know this record.
And then they go into that, and that ends in a simple rhyme.
Which we were gonna
We were
play.
gonna play Take Your Whiskey Home, which was right before that. And
I don't know.
we did.
Apparently I missed it.
It's all right.
I tell you what I did miss. It's Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. Grab a hold of some of that shit.
Yeah.
You think you a man about it? Grab a hold of some of that shit right there.
I saw Hank Hank like 10 years ago. Not even with Skinner. Man, that was an experience. Let me tell you about that. Yeah.
Did you lose your virginity there?
Some guy whipped his dick out. Like seriously, some guy whipped his, like he was drunk and we were upstairs and he whipped his dick out and just like stood in the aisle and like, I swear to God.
Why would you just get drunk and whip your dick out?
It was weird.
Yeah. Okay. I can't believe this was on my turntable. Jay brought it over and it was something I wanted to play tonight. It wasn't a bad song.
You said it was one of the better songs.
It's
that you've heard of this.
It was a good song.
Have a Drink on Me.
Have a Drink on Me, AC/DC, Back in Black, man.
Iconic record.
Straightforward, rock and roll, 4/4 time song.
Yeah, very, very.
Ba-da-bum-bum.
Three-chord rock progression. I mean,
3 chords and a 4/4 drummer.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just record toddlers fucking beating on a desk. I'm sorry. I know everybody loves AC/DC. It's like 3 guitar chords and toddlers beating on a desk.
Yeah, but I mean, it takes somebody to put that shit together.
Damn straight. I mean, and they do the thing. They do the thing.
And to make it work. Like
bottom line, I ain't nobody. Who am I to say that? But still.
Yeah. They were one of those bands that would have been really good to see in the early 80s. I think. Like now, I wouldn't pay you, what, $100, $120 to see them now.
Everybody tells me you love Bon Scott era. Oh no, you don't like AC/DC because you never heard the Bon Scott era. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was a great record.
Yeah.
If you want Bloods, you got it. The live records are really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I could be switched over for sure. I can't believe I'm getting ready to I talk shit about AC/DC and then I pull up this Elton John record, and I couldn't find my yellow brick road yellow UK copy, so I pulled up this greatest hits, which has Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Yeah, it's a fighting song.
What a great song.
Up-tempo.
It's a good track, man. I'm not an Elton John fan.
Really?
No, that's a good song.
I mean, he's a.
I respect him for sure.
Songwriter. Well,
sure.
Didn't he have a songwriting partner, I guess.
But I did remember that when I played the song, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one that was on Alf when Willie was going to make the music video, and Willie was out with his keyboards. Saturday, 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 Saturday. Saturday.
Have you gone back and watched that show?
Alf?
Yeah, it's not nearly as funny now.
It's the funniest thing you've ever seen.
No.
It's greatest. Hey Willie, watch me touch my prostate.
Seen the Alf outtakes?
Oh,
like the guy that played Alf, like how dirty he was.
They hated each other. That whole cast hated each other.
Well, that guy that played Alf was really dirty. Like he was a dirty old bandit.
Lynn now. I'd take Lynn to a movie.
Oh yeah.
I'd let her get a milkshake afterwards. I'd take that Lynn to a movie now.
The song got on my nerves. So Brian, was that his name?
Yeah.
Was it Brian?
Hi, Aleph.
Little redhead kid.
Yeah. Benji Gregory is his real name. Yep. Benji Gregory. Okay. Hey, cutting grass, the Osborne Brothers style. Yip, you ha!
This was a deep cut here.
It was a deep cut, baby.
Well,
and
a deep dig.
The last track on this album is called White Lightning, and the first line of the song is about North Carolina, baby. Grab a hold to some of it.
I thought
if you can, grab a hold to some of it.
I asked you if anybody knows in the VC was if this was because it's not dating. I guess I could use the internet to look this up, but I
don't know. Let me Google that for you.
Yeah, I don't know if George Jones covered this or they covered
White Lightning.
Yeah, George Jones version. Interesting, because George Jones was like the late 50s, I want to say.
Oh, this is post 50s for sure.
Okay.
This is 70s, 80s for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, the picture on the front looks like 60s.
Well, it could be. It could be. Now, you busted out a little Kiss, Jay. You handed it to me, and I put it on the table.
I did.
Little cold gin.
It's cold gin time again.
Cold gin time again. I got this record, don't I?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good old Kiss jam. But the build up, like the Paul Stanley talking, is my favorite part.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
All right.
Man, Kiss is one of those bands I've hated my entire life. In the last couple of years, I'm just like, all right, man, Kiss.
But, like, look at all those stoners.
That's a great, that's a great time. I mean, they're just a good time.
Like, I used to, like, do things, like, really, like, one of my favorite things to like, do, like, things that are bad for you.
Is rape.
You know, do things that
a little
kill
rape.
your brain cells and then, like, just stare at like, just look at all those people, though. Look how stoned they all are.
Yeah.
This is, like, right before the house lights went down, I'm guessing.
That's great.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Busted out you brought some George Strait, and we played
yeah, because you get a lot of
80 proof bottle of Tear Stopper.
theme songs off the George Strait record.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're talking about missions to buy records.
Yeah.
I'd like to own every George Strait record.
Okay.
You
I like George Strait. I don't think I have any George Strait, to be honest.
Have one down there,
They may be cameraman's.
so maybe. Yeah.
So we pulled out another Van Halen track. What was this one?
This was the Bottoms Up classic
Yeah.
off Van Halen 2.
Let me tell you, folks.
Just good old rock and roll.
Yeah, straightforward rock and roll. Now, I've liked a lot of these tracks we're getting into, but let me tell you something right now.
Let me tell you something, brother.
We're getting ready to get into some meat, and it's some meat that you may not be able to.
The good ass.
You may not be able to handle this meat. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Yeah. This is
Jay busted this mug out.
This is called the Alabama song.
Alabama song, yeah. My mama's from Alabama, so I got lots of kinfolk down there now. Yep.
Yeah. It's a little different.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love that song. There's not a lot about Jim Morrison that I don't like because he was just a drunk asshole.
And I liked the Hollywood Bowl version too. Yeah, they played this
Yeah.
that comes on a cable channel now. We're not.
I don't have cable, so.
It's come on pretty regularly.
Well, I'll take your word for it because I don't have cable.
Yeah.
All right.
Doors can't get wrong.
This may very well be
Don't hear much out of them anymore.
the best song that we played throughout this set, especially for this set. Albert Collins, Cold Snap. I ain't drunk, I'm just drinking.
Yeah. This
Oh
was
my God.
right along with that blues thing we were talking about earlier.
That may be my favorite drinking song, except for Whiskey for Breakfast that I can't find. This may be my numero dos drinking song.
Jimmy McGriff on keys.
Jimmy McGriff's on that mug?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Jermaine Jackson on. No, I made that part.
When I get together with my friends, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not drunk. I'm just drinking. It's the best, man. What a great song.
1986. Yeah.
What a great song.
Now this is like that blues that we talked about. Come to appreciate the older you get.
Yeah, man.
That guitar-driven blues.
It's just a good time, man.
Fantastic.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Are we off the air?
No. We busted a little Night Train off of Appetite for Destruction.
I wouldn't even guess to bring this, but you texted me this
Let
morning.
me tell you. Let me tell you
What
my.
are you doing at like 8 o'clock? What are you doing up at 8 o'clock?
I don't know. But
You don't get up that early.
I do. I get up at 8.
Oh.
But let me tell you what. Let me tell you my Night Train story.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
It's 1996. I'm on Franklin Street in UNC Chapel Hill area. I show up down there on Halloween, wrecked out of my gourd on Night Train, the ghetto wine. I had drank so much of this shit, I was just losing my mind. And I was already in a bad way. And then the starting five of the NC State basketball team shows up, along with one of the starting guys,
Jeremy Hyatt there?
Jeremy Hyatt, which is an albino gentleman on the NC. I hope that's appropriate. I don't mean to speak out of school for that. I hope albino is still an appropriate term. Yeah. He's a very albino African American gentleman, and he shows up, and I don't really remember how it happened. But I ended up getting into it a little bit with Jeremy Hyatt.
What did you say to him?
I don't remember what I said to him, but necessarily, but it came after me pulling a knife out of my pocket, which I think was a switchblade, and I flipped the knife open, and I said something to the effect of, "I will cut you up in 1,000 little pieces, you albino motherfucker." Is what happened. And
but you don't totally recall.
Not necessarily. And then all my friends pulled me back, blah, blah, blah. I'm waving a knife at them.
What year was this?
95, 96. All because of Night Train. So I was going to cut this guy up in a bunch of pieces, according to me.
Right.
And, yeah, I regret that. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Actually, he was a dick fuck is what he was. Yeah. He was a total dick fuck. But
he wasn't a very good basketball player.
No, and I ran into a lot of dick fucks nowadays, and I don't threaten them with cutting them up into little pieces. Yeah. In this particular case, when I was a young man in college, that's precisely what I did. So that's my Night Train story, and that's why I don't drink Night Train or any red wine, for that matter. When somebody's like, "Oh, I've got this $950 glass of red wine. Smell this." And I go, because all I think of is Night Train and Wild Irish Rose, which is what I drank in college.
Aren't you going to a wine party on Sunday?
I don't know. I'm going to a
booty party is what you're going to.
I'm greasing up my... Nope. Hey, you don't get better drinking songs than goddamn beer drinking than hell racing. Yep,
yeah, this is the best one we played.
Wow. That's a drinking song, folks. Tres Hombres, which in my mind has the best gatefold of any record in the history of man. Pull it out, Jay.
Oh, come on.
Come on. I was telling somebody about this week because I actually bought taco stuff this week.
Yeah?
Because of this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's look, that's the best.
That's beautiful.
That is the best. It's from a local taqueria that
down in South Texas.
South Texas, the guys in ZZ Top used to frequent, and they ended up doing that little thing out of it. Okay.
That's a great song. That's drinking or what, non-drinking. It's a great tune.
No, of course, of course.
One of my favorite.
And this rivals me with "I'm Not Drunk, I'm Just Drinking." With my favorite track from the set would be "Pink Champagne." This is probably my favorite, to be honest, because it's so nostalgic for me. Low Blows, Chicago harmonica blues anthology thing. Pink champagne, it's real, real mellow wine.
I think that for the first time tonight, that Chicago blues kind of stood out as I recognized the sound. You know?
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's some smoking shit right there. And one I almost forgot about for a drinking song. And I can't believe I almost did. Straight No Chaser. Miles and Coltrane. Oh my God. This is one of the best ever.
It's early, right?
I remember the first time I heard this, I downloaded it off of Napster, and I heard him go like 1, 2, 3. And he was like snapping his fingers. And it blew my mind. I don't know. Something about this song has always blown my mind. But it's for sure, you know.
It's a promo copy.
Is it really? It's a promo copy? All right. Love this track. Love this. This is a good album, even though it says from digital, blah, 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 blah. And then to finish it out, I played a little Aphex Twin, Syro, from just the latest Aphex Twin release. Just to carry us over, because that's a record I really enjoy.
John Burney does, too.
Yeah. Oh, God, we've not even got into what we played. I mean, to do a dig of the week.
How long was it on?
An hour. Oh. Jay, I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
In there in my power brick, against my table in there, there's a brick that's got a white cable. Bring that in here.
White cable?
Yeah, or we're going to go off the air.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's a black brick with a white cable, but you'll see the white cable. And the power strip beside where I sit. It's in the floor, Jay. You see that? I need the brick and the white cable that it's plugged into, or we'll go off the air. What? Where I sit. Okay. Jay? The brick with the white cable. Okay. All right. All right. So, Jay, you were saying you brought some stuff over.
Back on the air, I brought 2 things over.
For
Digs of the Week. Yeah.
Digs of the Week?
Yeah. They're not records, though.
They're not records?
No. But they're semi-related to the show, though.
Cool.
Well, one of them's very related to the show. One of them's semi. Not really, but...
All right. Well, I got a couple of things here for Dig of the Week. Some stuff left over from just a couple of weeks ago that I'd picked up. God, I can't remember what the hell it is.
Dig of the Weeks.
Dig of the Weeks.
Yeah, because you're stretching it out.
Oh, I see what you're saying here. This is something I'd picked up before. I think I picked it up and I gave it a cameraman. The cover kind of beat up on this. It's like water damaged.
Yeah.
History of Otis Redding, which is actually on Volt Records. It's my God. It's really not in good shape. The cover, but the records are not bad. This is the first of numerous compilations of Otis Redding songs featuring hits from 62 to 67. Released only 1 month prior to Redding's death in 67. It was the final album and only compilation album released during his lifetime.
Wow.
So everything after this compilation was posthumous.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah. You know, we played, 2 other Van Halen albums?
Is that Otis Redding telling back to bay?
Yeah. You know, we played, 2 other Van Halen tracks this evening?
Yeah.
Also picked this up, and I don't own this. Diver Down.
Okay.
Which is the second? No.
It's like right before 1994.
Fifth studio album from Van Halen.
Yeah. Well, it's a mix of originals and covers.
Yeah, it's a lot of covers. Would this be considered an EP? Because the length is like 30 minutes.
It's an LP.
It's an LP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's got a lot of covers. What was the biggest one on here? Pretty Woman, which is the
Dancing in the Street. And,
yeah.
And Happy Trails at the end.
And this was like, man, we're talking 50 cents on this guy, I think.
That's cool, yeah.
Maybe it was 99.
It's got a really cool, I don't know if it's got the original record sleeve. Yeah, it does, it looks like. It's got a really cool, if you like looking at just detailed shit, it's got like a really cool collage of photos.
That's cool.
I think it's got a woman's breast on here too.
That's not something I would go out for too tough, but for that kind of price, I mean,
no, it's worth 50 cents.
For sure. So, there's another record I picked up at that same spot. Free Fall. Now, this is I think the second album from the Dixie Dregs. Steve Morris.
I'm not familiar.
Steve Morris, Georgia. Steve's a big guy because he was a Georgia guy.
Oh, they're Capricorn Records. I didn't know that.
It's jazz fusion stuff, man. So we were talking really bonkers type playing stuff.
Yeah, they're like on a different level.
Yeah, this was released in '77, the band's second album, following the '76 release of The Great Spectacular, and the first release on Capricorn. I'm not familiar with this. I've got a lot of Dregs and Dixie Dregs records, but I didn't have this one. And it was another one. It was like 50 cents or something.
Yeah.
So tell me what you got, Jay.
Are you done?
No, I got a couple more.
Okay.
But like of one.
What?
A couple more of one.
All right. I went to a record store this week.
Okay.
It's a bookstore that sells records, and they didn't have any good records.
Yeah.
They all sucked.
Yeah.
What they had was overpriced.
Of course.
So I always like to look at the cheap books, and found that 1,000 recordings to hear before you die.
Wow.
It's like $2.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I don't think it's not outdated. It's done within the last 10 years or so. So yeah, it's got a good mix of 50s to early 2000s.
Wow. That's a great span of time, for sure.
It's got stuff like Sammy Davis Jr. And
Sammy Davis Jr.
There's Rick James, Guns N' Roses.
Spaghettis and meatball.
Yeah. So it's a cool cool book just to kind of reference. There's what's it, toxicity?
Toxicity
Toxicity,
of the city.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a really, really cool find.
Yeah, I like
one
that.
One of the cooler book finds I found.
For sure, yeah.
And then I was just kind of looking around at whatever like crap I could find that's like real cheap. And I found the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame's Greatest Heels.
Whoa.
And this is a straight up like library book, it looks like.
Yeah.
From the early 2000s. Look at that picture right there. Jake the Snake Roberts taking his teeth out.
Huh?
It's basically a profile, like a two pages about dedicated to a wrestler. So it's just kind of one of those fun info books if you're a kid.
Yeah.
Just, like, look at that guy on the cover though. I mean, like, wouldn't that make you buy it right there?
Of course. Why wouldn't you buy that?
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, I thought.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Of course, that's cool. I got
I don't know who the guy on the. Who's that?
I don't know. Looks like Jimmy Superfly Snuka, but it's not. I don't know.
This is a Canadian book.
Hey, and I picked up a couple of other bargain bucket deals this week. Actually,
Bargain bands.
I mean, you probably won't listen to this a lot on the show necessarily, but a couple of Red Fox records from like the late 50s.
Ooh, those are probably salty.
Yeah. Red Fox, it's this series called Laugh of the Party, and I've got Volume 3 and Volume 8 of these Laugh of the Party records from like late 50s, like 57 to 59. Hold those guys up, man.
South Central Los Angeles is the mailing address on these.
Yeah?
Watts.
Is it really?
Not Watts, but I mean... That's
List some of the tracks on that.
Let's see. The Sod Splitter. The Stag Party. Racy Tales of Red Fox. Party Record Party. I don't know what that means.
So I didn't know like how racy these records are going to be. I mean, it's Red Fox, but it's the 50s.
The Dead Jackass.
So we'll see.
The Guided Muscle.
I couldn't let these Red Fox records go for...
He looks really young.
75 cents. He is young. This is the 50s, for Christ's sakes.
God,
so,
this thing was $4.98 back then.
We'll see, man.
That's a lot of money back
I wasn't going to let these just sit in there and get thrown out or somebody else get
very
them.
reasonable.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
$1 or $2.
Yeah, it's worth a few dollars. So it's pretty cool, man. I was pretty stoked to pick that up. So I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on the Grown Men Record Night program. And we'll come back with a real quick, so to speak, chip chat here on St. Patrick's Day. And if you're lucky, if you send me a picture of your butthole, I'll
Return the favor.
I'll Photoshop it into a hot dog vendor. I don't know what I'm saying. I drank too much already. So we'll be right back here on Grown Man Record Night.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You're a strong man, John.
A mite stronger than I care to be.
Then shower up with Irish Spring.
Aye, the double deodorant soap.
Helps to keep a strong man fresh.
Irish Spring. It has 2 deodorants, not just one. 2 deodorants for long-lasting protection and a fine, fresh smell.
That's why I use it, too.
Look for the Irish Spring Scratch and Sniff Sweepstakes and money-saving coupon in your Sunday paper.
Tussen het jacht.